This episode of the Social Sessions podcast is proudly sponsored by Dundee Sole, the East Coast #1 choice for Adidas rarities, casual attire or shoe restoration. Enjoy the episode.
A lot of my family was like sporadically put out in because of the social work system. Had to get moved a lot.
Aye.
And but I'd been in places and I kind of went all between three of them like my whole life, man. Because obviously my family and then now my biological family and now my adoptive family. Like my issue would be I'm like at home with these loving, nurturing people, but I still have access to Millcroft.
Right.
And the biological side, which means I'm battling with two sides of my brain. Like I would come home and there would be like full bottles of Jack Daniels and they would be gone.
Right.
Like within 2 or 3 hours, because I'm like just drowning myself, mate. Because I'm just want so much escapism, mate. I was just so gone, mate. You have no idea what it's like to be in the head of a comic at times. Like I do. It's fucking. Sometimes it can be a nightmare, mate. It's like so infuriating.
Most comedies sort of mad, aren't they?
Mad as fuck. And any comics like that, I just do it because I'm so happy and I like having a laugh. I'm like, aye, we all do. That says, but there's a deeper thing in this, always.
So, welcome to Social Sessions. Today we're joined by Sean Chalmers. How you doing, Sean?
Amazing, mate. What an honour, but I can't believe you even asked me.
No. Listen, it's obviously very weird having you on this side of the studio. You know.
It feels like I'm usually in the autism corner.
So what I'll do, Sean, is just kind of obviously you're a kind of up and coming comic in Scotland. You've got quite a lot of good content out there. Anybody that's no seen Sean should certainly go and look his stuff up. But you've got quite a unique story as well. So we'll touch on that. I'll just take you back. So where did you grow up, Sean? Where were you kind of?
Oh, well, that's where it gets a bit complicated. I kind of grew up in three main areas like my life. Springburn, Millcroft and Airdrie.
Millcroft.
I met Millcroft and I'm a foster child. So,
yeah.
And a lot of my family was like sporadically put out in because of the social work system. Had to get moved a lot.
Aye.
And but I had three main places and I kind of went all between three of them like my whole life, man, because of obviously my family and then now my biological family and now my adoptive family. So I was all over the place, mate.
Aye.
Aye.
So what was, if you don't mind me asking, what was happening with the biological family that was kind of making you go into the care system?
Oh, mate, I tell people I was like, I know hell. Like, I lived in hell.
Aye.
Like, I know it exists. Mate, just a lot of, like, basically just all stemmed from, like, my dad, my biological dad is, like, just a monster.
Yeah.
Like, a monster, a human being. Like, the stuff he did to all of us is the reason a lot of us are like the way we are.
Aye.
But I just, like, kind of, there was, like, heroin, mate, just, like, loads of drugs. He was an alcoholic and just a lot of violence, mate. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the second I came out the womb, I was, like, had a black eye. Do you know what I mean? That's what I tell people.
Aye.
And just, like, this stuff, like, that's, I got diagnosed with, like, complex PTSD, like, a couple of years ago. Not funded by the NHS, still on the waiting list, so it's awesome.
I know,
but,
you need to get private, isn't it? It's terrible.
It's mad, you go away for, like, I was away in, like, therapy for donkeys, obviously, and then learning all that stuff, and that obviously comes for, like, being and all that, and then because of that, like, when basically, because my dad was so violent and, like, the stuff he did to us, basically my mum, like, my other family had found out what had happened and was like, oh, fuck, and then, like, the social work and all that stuff, and then we got, like, shipped off, and basically at the time, it's so funny, because Millcroft was, like, labelled, it was getting newly built, and it was getting labelled as this, like, utopia of, like, safety, and my mum's like, oh my God, I can go to this place when I get away from this monster, do you know what I mean? I can finally go raise my kids in an alright place and they'll be okay. And then boom, we get to Millcroft, mate, and it's again, like, I've just, like, it's as if, like, somebody's just opened the door and went,
fuck's sake,
like, oh, there's hell again, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And in Millcroft, do you know what it's like, mate? It was just nothing but endless violence every day, like, outside my front door, and like violence got that bad. I remember literally, my brother and I, right, we were every day we had to go out and you were basically just fighting, right?
Aye.
And one day we were up at the wee Ashy,
Aye.
And when we were up in the Ashley, like about 10 boys had like jumped us
Aye.
and basically surrounded us in a wee kind of circle and went, "You two need to fight."
For fuck's
And we had to like beat the fuck out of each other to get away for these guys for killing us.
Like a brain was rough, man.
Mate, so rough.
So when was that? That 90s then? 90s?
2000s, I think, because I'd have been like between.
Wait, do you know, Sean?
I'm 29 now.
29.
Aye.
I was that 10 years. So that would have been like a good 10 years. Because I'd have been in the 90s. So I probably like
Good 20
2000.
years ago.
Aye. It was rough, man. And you know, we live no far from Millcroft, and it's like, it is literally like a couple of streets up is different. If you know what I mean, like, it's weird, isn't it? It's a weird kind of. But it's funny you say that. When Millcroft opened up, I don't know when it opened up and or when it was like actually built up. But Fiona, my missus, works with a guy who said Millcroft was beautiful when it was all first built up. It was an actually really, really nice area. Do you know what I mean? And it just kind of like gradually get worse because obviously, you know yourself, social work and that tend to put people on the one bit that are maybe struggling with life or whatever, do you know what I mean? Which then creates these environments that I often think, like, surely you must realise that putting everybody in the same place is going to create an environment, a breeding ground for...
Oh, it's the same way, like, when they do it in... Like, I think the social worker are genuinely lifesavers, right? I'm not shitting on them, but obviously it's like every system, they're flawed.
Aye.
So it's like, it's as if they don't listen to us sometimes because, like... So there's a foster house and there's a foster home, right? Aye. A home is where, like, Tracy Beaker, but, like, Tracy Beaker looks amazing, but, like, genuinely the first time I went in there, like, when me and my brother got separated, like, the second he got separated, he went into a home and literally the first day he got stabbed with a screwdriver. Aye. Like, it's no like Tracy Beaker, it's crazy. Like, it's so intense, man. Aye. And that's the thing, it's like, and it's not the children's fault, any of the children's fault, because what they end up doing is they just kind of go, right, these ones can't stay in a house, so what we're going to do is put them in a wee jail together and they can all just fight together, and we have maybe five workers in here to kind of deal with all this. Not the trauma of being taken off your mum alone your parents is life-changing. So you're gone, like your brain's gone, and then not including like your environment that you've came from. Like, that's what I'm saying, I came from nothing but violence, so all I knew was that. Like, all I knew was that, so like my brother went in there, he was like, oh, result. I'm back to like a home. That was his home. So it's like, that's what all the kids feel like. So you're just encouraging it, and then they end up turning 18 or 16, and then they get landed out in their arse.
I know. And
they don't have any prospects and careers and like drives and stuff like that, and it's so heartbreaking.
Definitely, because you know, though, people say to me like, "What's it like going into the jail for the first time?" And I'm like, "It's fucking, you're scared." Like, I don't care what MD says, but there is a small pocket of people who aren't scared, and it is your boys for care.
Aye,
because the boys for care who are violent and that already, when they're going to Pullman and stuff, it's like no ending. It's just like going into another home or these same boys, and it's a lot of them have grew up together anyway. So they're all just meeting each other in Pullman now, and it's like obviously a kind of state sponsored prison or whatever you want to call it. But so what was your first memories of like care? Was it good or was it bad? Like, what was your, like, because obviously getting taken away, and I know getting put into Millcroft, but was it a better family you went to, or was it like...
Well, for a long time, like, I was kind of flung about, but like, I should have got taken away. Like, we should have got, like, taken away. Everyone is, like, it's not ill on my mum. Like, my mum had a lot to deal with. My God, the things that women went through to even... For her to even be alive to this day, man, it's a miracle. Like, fair play to her. But like, we were just so poor, mate. Like, you remember, like, I tell people, like, sugar sandwiches. I remember when, like, I moved into my adoptive, like, mum and dad, and it was a wee bit of, like, not them, but, like, the people around me, a wee bit of wealth. Like, they had, money, and they were just normal, mate. They just had, like, normal jobs, like, compared to what I had, like, nothing. And I remember telling them, going, like, how poor I was, and I was saying, like, oh, like, a sugar sandwich, and they're like, oh, like, what the fuck, what is that? And I'm like, well, it's basically just a piece of bread with just sugar on it. And I was like, I would just live on that for, like, weeks. Like, I had no money, nothing. So it's like that, and then all the environment around it, and, like, I basically, the day I got taken into care was I was running up the motorway and I didn't have any shoes on. And I was running away with my brother because we used to do that all the time. Like, you try to run away, mate, you're a kid. I'm trying to run away from all this, mate. I didn't know where I was going.
Wait, geez, Sean, about you can remember?
Well, I was roughly 6 or 7. These are the recollections that I have, like, in the time frames. I will fuck time frames a lot during this podcast, of course. But these are the most vivid memories I have it. And literally I was running across, like, the motorway, and just so happened as I was running, like, you know the road I'm talking about, it's not exactly the motorway, but you know the big the bridge at the town centre?
Aye.
And there's the slipway under it. So it was like under there. Aye. Like, we were running, like, and cars are coming and we were in, like, no shoes on the motorway.
So
like,
just with cop shop kind of.
Aye. And then literally a car comes, like, towards and just, like, stops, and it's my social worker, mate. And, like, they take us home and stuff. And then, like, so obviously, mate, it's like, get taken home, and then I just have this recognition of, like, because I've all knew it brings me as an adult, like, a lot of anxiety. But remember just, like, during the day spending, like, time with my mum and stuff, and then just, like, boom, social work came in, police or whatever, and then we got, like, it was as if the only time we were actually like a family was when I was getting taken away, because we started getting, like, pictures, like, with me and the Doug, my brother, my mum. It was, like, all these pictures, and then we got taken away, like, boom, middle of the night, taken away, and then, like, they took us to, like, this is the beauty of the social work. I know I've, like, spent a wee bit of shitting on them, but, like, obviously I'm getting emotional, mate.
Listen, and take your time, because I'm only picking up here just so you can catch yourself, but listen, there's a lot of bad social workers out there, and but there's a lot of good as well.
Aye, very.
And this is the thing. It's like it's hard. And listen, there was a podcast no long ago. I think Jim King done it. It was quite hard hitting, very social work and stuff like that. And obviously it was, like, pointing out, like, terrible flaws in the system. Do you know what I mean? And I think it's that story that obviously was on Jim's podcast is a story that for many people.
Yeah.
But there is another side to it where there is people that are genuinely trying to help. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Because it's the same when we were in prison, Sean. It's like you used to hear names of your social worker that you get, and you go, oh, for fuck's sake, like, you know what I mean? So I know where to pick up when you were kind of leaving after you.
I feel as though the social work did this thing a lot of times. They would do something tragic and something, like, life changing. So, like, they took me away from, like, my parents, right? And then after that, like, on that night, like, they took me away to Asda George, right? And, like, they just bought us clothes, mate. And I'm a wee guy who had nothing.
Aye.
So to get that, mate, is life changing. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
Aye.
So that's, like, the beauty of the social work at times. Like, they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of went to like a home.
Aye.
Like, that's what they did. They sent us away to a home. And it's, like, pure weird. I've got, like, these pictures of, like, all these strangers, mate, who I've never met. Obviously, I don't have any, well, I've met them, obviously, I don't have any recollection or anything of who they are or whatever, but it's, like, these pictures of them in this home, like, the first night and all that stuff.
Like a house, or like a,
no, like a home,
like a home, like a residential home.
No, like the home that I was talking about, like the children's home,
right?
Like before,
right,
like these are 30 strangers, so like that. So I was like, it's so weird that they do that. Like I don't know why they did that. Like, they made a big point of, like, pictures and all that stuff, like of, like, me and my home, like with my mum and all that stuff, and then with these strangers at this home. Do you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't tell you what that is. That's very strange.
Very weird.
And
I mean, you could get dark on that, but we're not
going
to
get like, what the fuck?
Right.
Because it's bizarre. I'm just kind of realising that there, because I still have the pictures, and I'm like, I have no idea who the fuck any of these people. It's like an Epstein thing.
No, but I'm kind of thinking that. Like, that's what I'm kind of thinking, because obviously I've spoke to people that have kind of got that in their head, like that's how kids go missing. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of kids. But listen, we'll not go down that road. But
given my past, I'm baffled I've not went missing.
I know, and it's amazing you can still laugh about it, Sean. And I think obviously we'll go into later on how you've managed to turn, like, your life about with comedy and stuff like that, which is an amazing thing. But so you go to this home, and what's your experiences there?
Like, it was very warm. Like, that's the only kind of feelings that I have when I flick back at it. And I've done this all exclusively. Like, see, when I went to therapy, like I had to, because of my PTSD, mate, like I couldn't get certain things out my head.
Aye.
So I had to go and like go back and learn how to feel
And
again.
I regress.
I mean, 'cause I was so numb,
I know.
like for everything, like the trauma just numbed me out, mate. Like I just couldn't feel it. I remember one of my best friends had just like had a miscarriage and I just couldn't feel anything.
Aye.
Like, do you know how sad that is, mate? Like I was like, what the fuck? And I had to get myself
No.
fixed. So it's like that. I just remember feeling that warmth, like of that. As if the social worker had went, right, we need to try and make these wee boys feel comfort and warmth. So that's what they did, like kind of that way.
And were they all right with you, the workers, Sean? Or was there some of them that were...
I always was fine. Like I always had good times with workers, but I didn't have like long periods of time. Like my other brother did. Like he was in it his whole life, like that kind of system. I got kind of blessed, like in that way. But then we got shipped off to. I got shipped off to these. They're like, we're savages, right? Like I've got bits in stand up talking about like how like poor I was. Like I didn't have any shoes or like know how to use a spoon until I was like 6. Do you know what I mean? Like
crazy stuff.
And so like we'd went to these people over in like Houston, Glasgow, and it's quite a posh area. So it was like these really kind of posh people, and it was like a Canadian and an Australian person, and like they were all just about like prim, proper, and like manners. And, like I'd got shipped off with my brother at the time, and like basically one morning they were just militant, like so militant, and us being like prim, proper, manners, like don't be saying like aye, it's yes, like being all that stuff.
What age are you there?
Oh, I'm young. So young. I'm a child, and I've just came from all like that where it's just there's nothing. Like I'm waking up and like the only comfort I had was my mum was putting on fucking Scream. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? And so like we get there, and like at the time my brother was more crazier than me. So like one time we're sitting. And it's in the morning and we're having like cereal. And now we don't know how to use spoons. Like we're cavemen. And basically, so we kind of pick it up and like my brother's slurping and the woman goes, don't do that. And like my brother being the same guy that he was, he goes, you'll no fucking change us. And he grabs the bowl and he launches it at her head. And then like she dodges it and basically like my brother like looks over to like the counter, sees a knife, grabs it, runs around to like try and kill her, like with the knife, and then he takes a look at me and he runs around and he's chasing both of us, like stabbing at everything, like trying to stab through, and then like.
What age is your brother? What's the difference, Sean?
Just a year, mate.
Man,
well, barely. It's like basically my mum had me, had him, and then fell pregnant straight away, and had me, and then basically we get up to the top and. Like the woman's barricaded the whole thing in, and that's what I tell people. I was like, it's genuinely like he's fucking Michael Myers, like he's stabbing through the fucking thing, trying to get to us, man. It, like he's like a fucking 6-year-old boy trying to kill us. And then literally, I don't know how it manages, man. Like the police and that come in, grab him, and like he gets shipped away. Like he's away. I don't know where he is.
No, because they're going to put him into the kind of like bad boy stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like it's so sad. Like a 7-year-old boy that's had all that trauma and. You're trying to punish the trauma out of them when every bit of research shows that doesn't work.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
And like that comes from quite literally like that comes from him watching like adults do that around us. Like he's doing learned behaviour from like that's all he's seen from our dad, like in our house and in our environment was just anything you don't like or anything that goes against what you think, kill the person or do something violent. Yeah, that's what your retaliation's always been.
Totally, and it's actually like really natural for a child that's went through that to act like that, especially if they're trying to be militant, because that's the worst thing that you see somebody that, like that must have been really hard for you, like so you're kind of embarrassing, you're shaming, there's so many things involved in. Telling you stop slutting. It's like, do you know what I mean? And having that attitude towards a child. And listen, there's probably, I don't know, there's people in the world that say, oh, but we miss that kind of discipline and all that. And I think it would never worked anyway, right? But I think it's, I don't know. it's just I've yet to see the punish. It's usually an awakening for somebody, or maybe you were a wee bit more aware than your brother or something. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
That just
both.
allowed-
That's. I just always remember that. Like both of us always just been like, even him doing that. Like he was aware of the consequence. Like we
Aye.
knew what everything. Like I always just remember being so like aware, but not being able to do anything like
Aye.
about it. Like just not being able to escape that. Just that mindset and that like mentality. It was innate. Like I was born to just be like a monster. Like I just was. Like I was born into just hell to be like just like my dad. Like we all were.
Mhm.
Like that, and that's what we did for long periods of times. But it's like circumstantial. It's like the need. It's like it's the reason why. Like when I was younger, I'd be about shoplifting and stuff. I'm not doing it because I want to. I'm doing it because I'm like that. Or if I don't shoplift this thing, I'm never eating.
Of course. No, it's just learned behaviour is like the thing that a child will take in the most. It's like
Yeah,
anybody, any counsellor that will tell you that like ACEs are the hardest thing to change.
Mhm.
Like see if you're like 18, 19 and you go through trauma then,
oh yeah.
it's a bit easier for you to work through it
Mhm.
as long as you've had a good childhood. But the first 7 years of your life are crucial to how you hang it. That's like a testament to yourself that you've done so well. So what was it? So what happened? So your brother shipped half. Did you get kept there?
Aye, so like I got kept there, and I can't even explain how much I just molded to what they wanted.
Aye.
Like I just masked and being myself. Like I was masking being like Sean. I just became
Aye.
this prim, proper wee boy. We call me on my wee head and all that and stuff. And it was so weird because like I would retire. Like the old me would come out in ways like because I would go to like a school, and if they is like no like anything I've been around.
Aye.
Like I got basically chucked out of school because he like I didn't like something the teacher said, and I threw nothing but like chairs at her and stuff, and like I was trying to kill everybody in the class. And same way everybody in the class, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like one person starts, everybody's trying to kill
Aye,
everybody. So like I went to this school and it was so weird because everything was just like boom, like just calm. Like
Aye.
it was so weird to be around all this calmness. And I was like, what the fuck? Nobody's crazy here. Like I'm thinking this is a fucking like
People are
wee boy.
conforming kind of thing.
I was like,
Aye.
everybody's just sticking to everything that's
Mhm.
around. And everybody's so normal and loving. Like they all have this weird thing that I've never seen.
Mhm.
Like love.
Yeah.
They've all got this. And like times would come out where like some wee guy would say something to me and I would like beat them with my Ninja Turtle lunchbox. I'm not even kidding. Like I would fuck him up with it. Because I'm not taking any shit for you. I was like, you guys from fucking Millcroft? Like, who the fuck are you talking to? And just wow him right in the head, mate. And like the punishments were crazy though of these people. Like that was like a lot of trauma. Like I was like, fuck me, I know my dad like attacked me and did all these crazy things and I can tell you all, but
Aye, no.
but I'm like, but fuck me, some of the stuff they did, I'm like, whoa. Like for a kid, that shouldn't happen.
Aye.
Like the punishment.
Was it more like military kind of punishments and stuff?
And it was like unnecessary. Like, so like me doing that to that wee guy, I get it. It's like, okay, you're not allowed to play with your Power
course,
Rangers. I go,
aye.
cool, I get that, acceptable. But like one time, basically, you know what you're like when you're a wee guy. And obviously, I'm a foster child, mate, so I'm filled with anxiety thinking, well, I've just been, like, somebody's just came in, like, during the night and take me off my actual parent.
I know.
Like, do you know what I mean? So at any point, somebody can just go, get out.
I know.
Bye-bye. Because it's already happened. Like, I'd already moved like 3 or 4 times before
know.
that. So, like, I'm trying to do everything to stay here.
Aye.
And, like, basically one time I was doing a shit and, you know,
So
like,
sad, isn't it?
and, like, I was wiping my ass on it and then basically the toilet roll had fell, like, I'd flushed the toilet and stuff in it and then, like, the toilet roll had fell into the
Aye.
thing, right? And me, I just panicked. So I just put it back, like, away. And then, like, the woman came up and she goes like that, oh, is the toilet roll okay and stuff? And I went, yeah. And then, like, she'd used it
Aye.
to, like, wipe. And then basically my punishment was, like, I had to go out and scrub, like, cars, the pavements and all that stuff. And I was greeting. Like, I was greeting because I'm thinking, like, oh, I'm getting sent home.
Aye,
Like, I'm going to, that's me, I'm away.
Aye.
I don't know where I'm going next. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
And it was like that level of empathy didn't feel there at
Aye.
times.
I know what you mean. I know that. I mean, obviously, it could be a lot worse. I know there's a lot of people, but it's still the whole point of the fact is you're still not getting shown love. You're conforming to something that you're no like.
It's not me,
Do you know
aye.
what I mean? It's no you, and you're trying to be just so you can stay. Do you know what I mean? And then these people. Listen, I don't know if they were well intended or no, do you know what I mean? But they maybe are trying to, I don't know, like trying to
I do believe in my heart they tried their best because like they were trying to like adopt me, but
Aye.
then they went back to Canada.
Right.
So I was like saying that the other day to my missus. I was like, I could have like not met you. I could have had like a
Aye, wait,
completely different
Canada,
life,
aye.
man. I could have been like out there, and I wouldn't have been Sean. But like I
know,
see
know.
though, and that's the thing. Like when obviously like, I've learned all about my brain and stuff a lot better, and now that I learn like about my depression and stuff, like
Aye.
I look and go, I'd have killed myself out in Canada
Aye.
because I would have never have been myself.
Aye.
So
No, definitely. So I know, and listen, I know the universe works in weird ways, doesn't it? But it's if you do the work and you're willing to kind of learn about yourself, you can learn a lot.
oh yeah,
What was the next? So did you move on? What was the next step?
aye mate, and like I'm green because I love my mum and dad. Mate.
Aye.
So like I got sent to them.
Aye.
And mate, it was one of the best moments was
This your actual mum and dad?
aye mate, this is
Right.
my mum and dad now.
So they kind of squared the life up and got
Oh,
themselves sorted. Right.
no, not my actual mum and dad. Sorry, my
Right. Oh,
adopted
your
mum and
adopted
dad.
mum and
Yeah,
dad. No, right.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Basically, like, see when I stayed with the like restrictive parents, like the pure disciplined, like there was no sugar, nothing,
Aye,
right?
aye,
And basically, I went for like a visit to
Aye.
my mum and dad's one time, and it was like I remember being in there, and they were like, "Do you want anything to drink?" And then they basically just like offered like 3 different drinks, and it was like, "Do you want a milk, a water, or like an iron brew?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "An iron brew? No way, you're offering me that." I'm like, "I'm moving in. I'm moving the fuck in. I'm in."
Aye.
And I like they gave me a fizz drink, and that's like my fizz. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, it blew my mind. I don't even like
What
iron.
age are you then?
Like about eight.
Eight,
Coming
aye.
on 8, 9ish maybe. And then it's 9 because I've stayed with him for 20 years.
Aye.
9. And and I go and visit them, and then like I don't see, this is a weird thing. You obviously don't get to decide. So it's like I'm just going there to be like
See if you're a fit.
just to get like you comfortable and like acclimatized to where you are.
Aye.
So it's like you're going to be moving here, and that was the only time that ever happened to me.
Aye.
Because like every other time it was like, boom, you're moving on the night, you need to go
Aye.
here, you're there. Like, do you know what I
Aye.
mean? Like you're shipped off in the night. It's like I was a fucking, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like I was in.
Was that the system that changed then by that time, Sean? Or was it, if do you know what I mean? Was it like the system that changed into doing this, or was it?
It might have been, but I
Aye.
hope so because it works better.
Aye.
Because like there's no that fear. Because like the first night of going there, it's weird. Like it's
Did
weird.
they ask you, like, did they go, how are you with these people, or did they take your opinion into it?
I don't know. I can't really remember that,
Aye.
but I don't think so because I
Aye.
don't remember actually like
Aye.
getting a say ever. So, and then I got shipped off there and I unleashed. Like
Aye.
when I tell you, like I just because I'd repressed like all that animalistic milk off to bring bumps on. Holy fuck! I have no idea how I'm adopted. Like genuinely, I was a nightmare for a long time. But that just proves, like, my mum and dad, like my mum and my dad's dead now, but
Aye.
my mum should be, like, knighted and, like, known
Aye.
because they couldn't have kids, mate, like my
Aye.
mum and dad, and their entire life, mate. I mean, like, to this day,
Aye.
like, fostered and adopted entire time,
Aye.
like, the whole time. And every foster child that's been to my mum and dad's will tell you, most loving, nurturing, they'll do anything. Like they don't want rid of you. Like that's what they're doing. Like that's what you feel like as a foster child.
That's what it should be, eh?
Aye, like
Because
that's
you
why I
see
don't
so
know.
many people having bad experiences, like, and then like,
Mate, if my mum just went in and they just listened to her, she would have a blueprint on how to be like an amazing, just a mum.
aye, and understand like how to work with maybe somebody with, you know what I mean, have that understanding and empathy and sympathy, because that is what it comes down to, isn't it? It's like understanding a child who's went through fucking
So much mate.
shit,
Aye.
and having to put up with it, the mad stuff is going to come with that,
Yep.
and be able to be there and still be that loving parent. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
So that's like, obviously I've never met your mum and dad, but fucking like they sound amazing. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. They are quite literally like godsends. I know people don't believe in religion and it is what it is, but I go like, I believe in a God because they too are here.
Aye, I know, and that's, listen, it's a fascinating story because you do hear so many bad stories, right? It's usually the bad stories that get highlighted. Do you know
Always,
what I mean? And listen, they should be highlighted, all of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, and people should be able to get their say. but it's good to hear like that there is good foster parents out there. Do you know what I mean? It is good to hear that.
Yeah.
So was that you then? Did you is that you for there on your?
I'd stayed there, but then that was the thing. Like the issue, and I wish it never happened.
Aye.
But you can wish all you want into it. It still did. So who gives a fuck? Like it's part of it. It's who molded me as a person. But my issue was like I had conflicting lives because I would like my issue would be I'm like at home with these loving, nurturing people, but I still have access to Millcroft.
Aye.
And the biological side, which means I'm battling with two sides of my brain of going, I want to get better and improve as just a human. I just want to be human again. But I'm constantly drawn and I'm constantly in it and I'm constantly just an animal. Like I just am. I'm just so barbaric. Like when I go back there, everything's like back to violence, like drugs, alcohol, everything around me. Do you know what I mean? Poverty, just all that. And then, like, do you know what I mean? Like I was going Monday to Friday, like, and then Friday night to back to Sunday night, like back to fucking Millcroft. So it's like that would just fucking fry my wee brain. You know what I mean? And it still does to this day. Like I still battle it because it's like it's innate. You know, you're from these places.
I know. I think what people don't understand is there's an excitement round about these places. I know at times, see when you're a young child, and there is stuff going, like there is older boys doing it, and it's hard to explain, but you probably can see the attraction in that mad life. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like unruly, you can kind of rebel, and is it natural maybe like to have like that both sides? Where is that a natural thing? If you were to go back to where like maybe 10,000 years ago when we were thinking, and it was tribes and stuff, you would probably have kids that were a bit mental and
needed
like that. Do you know, but they would also. They were the ones that would be like, you're going to be the ones that you're a protector of the tribe. Do you know what I mean? You're the fighter. Do you know? Like, so you don't know if that's why, because a lot of people don't understand and go, I don't understand why kids are attracted to that. And I sometimes you get great people that talk about trauma and how it shapes you and stuff like that. And I believe that to a point, but then there's also just reasons why that hanging about in gangs and that. I probably think it's peer orientation. If I'm like oriented by your peers, where you're accepted by the people around about you, and you're all feeling the same. If that makes sense. You see the boys in Millcroft, they probably go that side of you, that side of your brain where you didn't need to, like, well, you weren't faking it at your man does, but when you're going back to Millcroft, you're getting validated. Aye. That side of you's getting validated that you've not worked on yet. Aye, literally. Do you know what I mean? Because as a child, you've not been able to work on that because you're a child. Yeah. So when you go there, you're getting validated in that tribalism kind of thing there. Do you know what I mean? I know exactly. That makes sense. Yeah. So that must have been. So when did you kind of? Well, I know you kind of get yourself into a wee bit of shit with addiction and stuff like that. Aye. So were you going to school or were you? Aye, that's the thing. Like I was always in school. Like, mate, I stayed up to 6 years and all that stuff. But school for me, like, I'm a degenerate comic, mate. I love being a stand-up comic, and I just didn't know. Like at the time, like that's the thing. It's like people talk about it becomes, you're always the funny guy. Like I just was. Like, mate, I'm born on April the 1st. I was quite literally born to be a comedian. Do you know what I mean? So, like I'd always been that funny, and then like. But at school, mate, I just didn't care. Like, why would I give a fuck? Like who's there to make me a better writer, make me a better comic, make me a better person? Like, in that way, like, that I need. For me, I'm aware that it's there for assisting for others that need it. Of course, it's part of society, I get it. I'm aware my kids will go there one day. But for a guy like me, like, school was just so much of a struggle to be, just to be around people and be in that environment, mate. And like, because I just didn't have a normal life. I just wasn't a regular person, mate. No, like, I'm just like, I'm fully aware, like, all that life, and then when you go into school with all that, mate, it's fucking like, I've got a joke in stand-up going like, basically, because I'm a foster child, like, every time I went to school,
like every kind of couple of months, I'd need to introduce a new foster child to every day, and it would make my mum look like she was a slut. Do you know what I mean? Every time I'm having to introduce new kids. So it's like that, and so just having that, I just had nothing but disinterest, but I was always there, mate, and I still stuck out, and I made a point in going, like, because like a lot of my biological family didn't have any hires or anything, and I was like, I've always had the capability. See, I'm that guy, mate. If like I actually do care about something, mate, I give my all. So it's like we stand up, mate. Like I'm going to be one of the best ever. It's because I'm giving everything to it in my soul. Because it is me. Like I want to be it. So as I'm saying, I could have done that at school. So I only got away with a couple of hires and I was all right. But
I think. See, this is where I think some guys, right, especially maybe kids with dyslexia and all that, right, are maybe going to go on with mechanics or whatever. But you're also pushing these kids into a position where they maybe act out and all that because they don't. The only thing they can do, they don't want to be that kid that can't write or can't read or can't. Or if they're maybe a couple of years behind, like just learning wise, you don't want to be that kid. So you end up being, how do I stand out? How do I get attention? How do you know what I mean? Like,
I was fully that.
Do you know what I mean?
So, but I have no idea how no one checked me for autism. I legit have no idea because like, I literally remember I literally hung about with the other people, as in the special people at school who had autism and all that. And in the way of like, I'm going, like, I had to go to a certain class when everybody was in maths. Do you know what I mean? And it was way the special people. And I was like, in what way did none of you go, here, there might be a point of why he's acting out all the time and why he fucks about and why he's disinterested. I think I might be neurodivergent or something. There might be something up.
So do you think, like, obviously, because I know you're quite clever at all this kind of stuff and you kind of know a lot of it, and obviously we've like disagreed on like healthily, like we can disagree on things a lot, Sean, with podcasts. But do you think that your kind of childhood can shape you into having like autism and stuff like that, or do you think you're born with it? Do you know that's like
I'm not going to lie, I am not educated enough to know any bullshit like that.
Ask RFK.
Like, that's my mate, he knows nothing to it. But I don't know, I think it is like, I don't think it's moulded, mate. It's I don't know, I just kind of go by what doctors say.
I think Gabber Matty's good at it. Because he talks about in the womb and all that, and talks about stress and like having all that kind of stuff in the womb. Do you know what I mean? It starts in the womb. Do you know what I mean? Which is very interesting.
See, I don't even know that. I don't know anything.
You should read that, Sean. You should read Scattered Minds.
But I definitely didn't, would you call it, develop it. Like, I've always had it because it's like my, I know other siblings and stuff have Asperger's, and I know for a fact my mum has Asperger's or some form of on that line because of like the interactions we're having. The actual fact, my sister, my sister and stuff and all that. Like, I know it's in our family and loads of siblings, so I'm like definitely. And when I think about the rest of my siblings, I kind of tie us all together and I go, Like I was like, we all definitely have like autism or Asperger's or whatever the fuck.
There's something there,
it's a genetic thing.
I mean, talking to you, you wouldn't know. Do you know what I mean? There's like.
Until you see my individual bottle of tomato sauce in my house, mate. No, there's a lot of things that, and that's the thing. I'm not just doing this to be like you get autism. It's like I'm not going to say I have it until would you call it the medical diagnosis happens. But I've spent a long time in therapy and doing tests and doing and learning all these things and all that stuff. And it also explained a lot of stuff to do with the emotional side and the numbness and all that stuff for me. So like, and
it's worked for you. So it's like, this is what I say. It's like sometimes there's no one shoe size fits all. So
like it could be fucking anything. I don't know.
That's it. So it's like, see, obviously, like you don't, and sometimes you don't need to know. See, like when you go down that, I mean, you know, obviously me with rabbit holes, but it can fry your nut. Like when you end up and you start thinking, right, I'm going the right way here, and then before you know it, you're away doing another one, and you're like, oh fuck that, fuck's that.
Mate, I'm in rabbit holes. Mate, I can't. I'd say this to like my missus and to like Lubo. That's the guy who I do the Fatherless podcast with. We plug.
On you go.
But like I literally say that. I go, I'm just crazy though. Like I'm legit. Like I'm a nuts guy. Like but I've accepted that. I go, it's like who I am. It's kind of part of me. I go, I don't care if you don't like me or that stuff. I go, because everything I do is like, I says, when you actually know me and stuff, I says, like, mate, I pour my heart into people. Like,
Definitely.
I'm nothing but like a loving motherfucker to people.
I see, I've never seen it. Maybe it's because
I think it makes a
maybe
look here.
maybe because you like me. Maybe I don't like him. He's not. He's
No,
not.
I love you, Rich,
I
mate.
know. Do you know? I've got love for you and Oshawn, and I think I've never seen that side of you. But do you know what I mean? But I know it's there.
That's because I've worked.
but-
Like I spent so long, mate, just kind of working on myself, and it's worked because I've reined in all the stuff that I've no. And it's not for anybody else. Like, it's purely, you know this with addiction.
Aye.
Like, it's purely selfish, and it has to be, because if I'm not selfish, mate, I can't be alive. Therefore, I can't give love to the other people. Like, I can't be there to love you if I'm not alive. So I need to be selfish, and I've been selfish like for quite a long time there to get my mind right and get sober and get over my depression and like deal with these things. And like, you learn that when you need to be innately selfish and go, for me, I'm taking it.
If you're not the best version of yourself, you can't be the best version of yourself.
No.
All you're just going to be is a kind of not hindrance, but you're going to be like, if you're having that pity party or whatever, do you know what I mean? It's like the people around about you are then worried. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's hard because there's loads of things. I mean, it's so you could go on about it for hours, but so in the new stuff, I know things are going well for you and that, but how does things pan out? Because I know there was a few that, like, kind of suicide stuff and like that kind of stuff.
Well, just kind of the accumulative of like all that, mate, and like I'll just basically talk about being like an alcoholic. Like, I'm aware I'm 29 and it's like a young age to be it, but like I knew the first time I drank, I probably shouldn't have ever touched alcohol again, because I drank 2 bottles of Bucky, smashed one, tried to like threaten my best pal with it, and then I got molested by like an 18-year-old, and I was like 13. It was a female, so result. No, kid. No, that's I'm joking about that. Obviously, like, I didn't realise like till I got older. I was like, oh fuck, I did get molested by like a woman. I was like jackpot because I was like a wee guy.
I know, that is a weird.
It's a weird one for a guy at times.
For a guy, because it's seen differently.
And I've experienced it, so you can get up if you've got any stupid opinions you want to have a go at me. I don't care. It happened to me, and I'm having a laugh. But that first meeting, it was like. So it's like the second alcohol touched my lips, mate, I couldn't not consume it. And I'm like that. It's like, I'm 2 years on the 26th of December. That's how you know I fucked That's how you know I fucked Christmas.
Brilliant.
But like, I tell people, because like I'm in a job, mate, where I basically like, I'm in stand-up, mate, and it's basically like, it's like a nightclub and an esque thing where you go, people, I'm around alcohol all the time, and like people try and do this thing. I don't know if you feel it, but like a sober person, they try and go, I'll not do that, I'll ruin you. And it's like, no, I can be a ruin it. The issue is, if I pick that up and it touches my lips,
I'm off.
It's game off for me. And
it's strange because I don't have that with drink.
No.
You know what I mean? If I go out and I have a few beers and I drink one too many, I couldn't even look at alcohol the next day. But I know plenty of people that have got that addictive personality where they just, they can't take any substance. It's because it just sets them off. Do you know what I mean? I'm definitely got addiction problems, but that drink certainly was never.
No, mate. There's a famous thing by a New York comedian called Dave Attell, and it's everybody's got their addiction. You just need to find out what doesn't ruin your life.
Of course.
And like for me, mate, I can't do alcohol. Like like the lies I tell people about the volume that I'm not doing it. The manipulation, like the stuff you do as an addict, like I'm so self-aware of this, and I'm 29. So it's like, and the stuff it does to me, like the person I am on it, like I'm no like that. Like in general life, like I hate that thing with alcohol that it does to me. I'm not a monster or anything like me. I'm not saying that. I'm just meaning in like the way.
No, I know what you mean, but I know you don't like the person you become, and that's if you're living your life and you're doing that most days. This is the problem with addiction. Because what you see, alcohol, unfortunately, I think people with trauma, when they see substances, it's an attempt at a solution. Because it takes you your main heat for a wee bit and you don't really like remember, do you know what I mean? So it's like, sometimes it's like the solution that you're trying to get away from.
I mean, I'm drowning away. Well, it's like an attempt at a solution, but what you're not aware is like you're taking an attempt at your life.
Totally.
Every sip, like mate, it took a long time for me to like make the point to my mum, like the severity of it, because for so long I lied to her. Like, she wouldn't know the volumes of, like, me, because obviously, like, I'm a young guy and, like, still staying at home and stuff, but, like, she isn't aware of, like, I would come home and there would be, like, full bottles of Jack Daniels and they would be gone.
Aye.
Like, within 2 or 3 years, because I'm, like, just drowning myself, mate, because I'm just wanting so much escapism, mate. I was just so gone, mate, at the time, and I didn't know anything about, like, I didn't know me, didn't know what to be or anything like that, and then, like, I just couldn't stop, I just couldn't stop drinking, mate. I just couldn't stop.
Was that a problem when you were, like, 16 and all that?
Aye. It's this, mate, it's binge. I'm such a binge drinker. It's like, people, like, who'll know me for, like, Airdrie, they'll go, like, if Sean has, like, one drink, it's like, they'll be, like, mate, I used to try and do these things and it would be, like, obviously try to be boisterous, but I'm like, I'm almost trying to break a record, and then next minute I know I've turned 40 drinks in a nightclub.
Madness.
And before that, I've had a full bottle of vodka.
Aye.
Or something.
Fucking hell.
And then,
it was a right bad drink, probably.
aye,
like,
and because like, mate, I had this weird thing, like, mate, I never got hungover.
Aye.
So, see, for, like, me being an alcoholic, mate, heaven,
Yeah.
because every day, mate, I would wake up feeling immense, going, I can get fucked up again.
See, that's because I don't know if I didn't. I get a hangover if I drink a beer. Honestly, so I don't know how it'd be. I don't know how it'd be with drink if it was.
I wish that, because if like,
because I'll drink a few times a year now. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe go to the game, like, go to the football, have a few, but I don't stay out or anything like that. Do you know that way? It's no, like, the thing that I do anymore. It's no, I don't know. I just don't do it.
I just don't, like, me.
And I'm not a house drinker. Are you a house drinker?
Aye, mate, in my house every night.
Aye.
But, mate, I would just do anything to go out and drink. I'd do anything to drink, mate. I just would. And it's like, I'd be lying to myself if I said I wouldn't. Like, I would use any excuse, mate. I wouldn't even need an excuse. I would just do it.
Aye.
Like, aye.
Just even, like, so what, so was this for 16? You were kind of
No, mate, younger than that, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the first sip I drink, like, obviously I've had sips of beer, and I remember, man, even being as a wee guy, having that sip of that beer and going, I need all of that. Even as a wee guy, like, usually a wee guy takes something and go, I was like, no. I need every bit. I was like, no, if you give me 10 more of them, I'm doing it.
Aye.
So
you've always had a weird
mate,
relationship with alcohol.
I'm just so obsessed with it. Like,
it must be, I mean, it must be hard being a comedian, because I know you obviously you're doing bigger gigs now, and
I'm a runner all the time.
That's it. And I was going to say that, and I know there's a big cocaine problem, I know, and we call it.
It's not just cocaine, mate. It's just, look.
Is it just drugs?
No, comics are like, look, man, like, you have no idea what it's like to be in the head of a comic at times. Like, I do. It's fucking, sometimes it can be a nightmare, mate. It's, like, so infuriating.
Most comics are mad, aren't they?
Mad as fuck. And any comics like that, I just do it because I'm so happy and I like having a laugh. I'm like, aye, we all do. That says, but there's a deeper thing in this, always. Like, there's
even,
always.
Would you even see that with, like Kevin Bridges and
aye. Bridges will tell you, it's like, but what is it? It's like I went to do the stand-in, it's like he's a wee guy, but there's something within him that keeps him going back and keep doing it, and he'll do every gig
he
ever.
talks about, like, being a wee heavy guy, like, and he done it to kind of.
Aye, and that'll chase him. It's like there's something that's always shown it, and it's also, it's like, you look at these comics that are here, man. You see, like, the Bridges, the CMBs, and all these people, like Connor Burns, like, and then when you actually talk to him, you're like, some of the conversations these people have, you go, what the fuck, man? Like, the world view is tremendous. It's, like, so insightful. So you're definitely. Like, there's a different way, like, in lingo
Chappelle,
and mindset.
Man, I love.
Aye.
I'm not going to lie, Sean. I'm not a big fan of stand-up comic. Like, I've watched, like, your usual, like, Frankie Boyle, and then, you know, and I watched yourself the other night just to kind of get a wee hang in. You're brilliant, do you know what I mean? And Dan Connell's the same. Gary Fowles, who all, like, I've got to know through the studio, so I've just kind of looked it up because I kind of follow them and they follow me, so I just kind of see their stuff, and it's funny, but I don't go to comedy clubs now, and I probably should, because I love it. I love Dave Chappelle, right? I love him, right? I love, like. So
imagine seeing that thing, like, you love Dave Chappelle on the telly. Imagine being in a small, intimate club room, mate.
I know.
And that's what people go, it's like arenas are, was it Louis C.K. said that, actually? It's like, arenas are for comics, clubs are for the people. As in, like, arenas, that's for you to make your money.
Aye.
right? That's for like it's not even just money. It's I wouldn't say money because like one of my career goals is to do the hydro, mate. I want to sell out the hydro, and like for me, what that means to me is going, wow, I got to the level of comic of being the ability to do this place, to sell it out, and like I'm actually a comic. Like I'm one of the comics to make it. So that's what.
Because there's no many comics can sell at the Hydro.
No, like, mate, and I'm going to. Like I just am.
You will.
But that's the thing. I want to be ready for it. And it's like, but then like, mate, if you go to like a wee club, see if you see Bridges in a club, it'll blow your fucking mind.
I know. And sometimes you're lucky to get to see people at the start of their like, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
I mate.
Like I've got a pal, Des. I think he's going to come on here actually. Des Grant. He's actually doing well now with comic.
Oh, nice.
So he put me in touch with Matt Letizia. He was the one that put me in touch with Matt Letizia, and he's actually been really good. Like he's doing well. I think he maybe stays doing England. Maybe here again. Des is in recovery.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's a kind of recurring theme in it because there's a lot of like, do you
mate,
know what I mean?
All...
and Des was a bit mental when we were younger.
Mate, there's a story that Sarah Silverman says about like comics when she was up and coming. She's like, they all just sit like, talking about like the male comics and that, just comics in general. But she's like, the stuff she had to do to like up cleanliness and that for like comics, because it's like they'll just sit all day, write, smoke weed, and then go to the club at night, do the club, and then go home. Like that's all we want to do, and that is, mate. Like I've like nearly ripped my fucking hair out and all that, like sitting in my room writing for 14 hours, mate. And it's like, but that's like such a love and joy. Like I'm ripping my hair out, because I'm ripping my hair out, going, I just want it to work so much. So it's like that. But we do, mate. We're nothing but degenerates. Like you talk to a comic, do not hold us in high standards.
I know.
Like don't do that.
I've heard Ricky Gervais talking about it, and Ricky Gervais for me has got a fucking amazing, because see if I've went to see him actually, as he's another comic that I like. I've went to see Ricky Gervais, and he's always got a political kind of agenda behind what he does, and he makes light of like, what the fuck why are we taking this so serious? You know what I mean? Like, and I think he's really good at that. But I think that's what comedy can do. Comedy can. Well, we're going to talk about it, how it helped you, Sean, but it can help take away the darkness of the world. You know what I mean? Like,
you're lightening up, like it's like for like stories that I tell. Like, so see that story I told you about my brother with the knife. Like, I obviously, like, I do that on stage. I obviously do it funnier, right? There's loads of jokes and stuff, but like that helped me process that. Like, do you understand how traumatic that is? I'm running about and I get like my brother is trying to stab fuck at me.
I know.
Right? And for a while, like that bit didn't work because I do this. I'm a bit different. It's like what you were talking about with like Darren and stuff. I'm a bit different in the way of like in the creative process I'm in the now. I'm kind of like pouring my soul out. So like I'm writing the feeling and finding the funny. So that's what I'm doing. So I write the feeling and I go up on stage and I'm trying to find the funny when I'm up there.
Have you bombed before? Like,
loads, mate. I just bombed there the other night. But it's all data, mate. It's never a bomb. Like I'm up there for data. So I need to figure out what you laugh and don't laugh at. So that's all I care about. So it's like you's gonna go, he's shy. I'm like, I don't care. I'm working this out. You think I'm here just for your singular validation? I'm here to get this as good as possible. So the next time I come in here, you're going to be mind blown. You're going to go, well, there's no doubt that guy's amazing. So there's like my ego's removed, mate. I don't care. Like I go, the only care I have is like in the material and being the funniest and the best comic I can be. But I go, and able to do that, I need to bomb. I need to die.
Of course. Do you think that is every comic bombed at some point?
Every comic bombed. See your favourite comic ever. See every bit they've ever done. See the bit, the whole hour that you watch. Like see every hour of Bridges. That was amazing. It was one shite. It had to like, not shite, but it would have had like legs, as they call it in the like kind of business or whatever. And it basically goes, there's something in that. But you need to get it better. And he eventually did, because you go away and you work on it. So it's like, why comics really...
Did they do tests?
Work in progresses. That's what the clubs are for. So like, for me, like my level, mate, like I'm an open micer, mate. So like, and I'm just about to I'm pushing. Like I'm pushing like fuck, man. And I'm trying, I'm getting there, mate. I'm like,
of course, you're going up. So, you're moving up. Do you know what I mean? You can see that, but
it's all trial and error, always, like all the time. It's like, for instance, like Connor Burns, right, is, mate, he's fucking tremendous. Like, holy fuck, what a comic. Like, I've gigged with him, and obviously he's tried new stuff and it's not worked, and it's vice versa.
Aye.
It's like how it happens, that's what it is. So, like, just how you get better, how you know, mate, because you need to know what doesn't work and what does.
And do you ever watch other comics and go, I like that style?
Mate,
I'm
a fan first.
Aye.
Always. I mean, I'm the biggest comedy fan. Like,
because Fiona says to me, you remind her of Frankie Boyle.
Aye, a lot of people say that. But I used, see, the thing is, like, I have a quite a fucking conflict with my stand-up because like, I'm no the same comic as I was when I started.
Right.
So I used to be like Frankie Boyle because it was all I knew. And now I'm just Sean.
Right. Aye, I know what you mean. So, like, yeah, because it's an evolution, isn't it? It's
well,
like you're evolving.
Mate,
like
Cat Williams has got the famous quote of going,
love Cat Williams.
Don't
He's
judge.
another one, actually.
Oh, mate, love him. He goes, don't judge me in my last stand-up special because every like time I evolve as a human being.
I know.
Because every special is like every 2-3 years.
I just can't imagine Cat Williams bombing or Chappelle. Do you know or like? But they obviously have got to.
Mate,
you know what I mean? Because
I can't wait. Like, mate, I'm a fan first. Like, the butterflies I'm getting in my stomach, the knowing the fact I'm going to be in a green room with Chappelle and all that one day. I'm going to be sitting smoking a number with him. You know what I mean? Just about to go, and I'm going to watch him bomb. He's going to watch me bomb. Like, it's it's just so beautiful. Like, I love stand up, mate. It's such a it helped me become myself, mate. I found myself on stage and like in backstage, like in real life. Like, I just found how to kind of.
It's like you say, it removes your ego, right? Which is because you can't have an ego in comedy.
None.
It's so having that and taking that away allows you massively to move. But see, your ego holds you back a lot for personal growth. I think the other people would point to what we were talking about earlier, like your Tates and all that, blah blah blah. And they've done amazing for themselves, but it's all material, like the material stuff. I don't really think they're secure in themselves. No. There's a difference between being secure and knowing yourself and confidence. Like, there's brute confidence, right? And if you've got articulation, they too can work magic for you. If you want to have like that material world, do you know what I mean? Like that'll come to you with they too. But to actually have peace and joy and passion and stuff, you need to have self-esteem. Yep. I think the two of them are different. Because I've got bags of confidence, but probably no, like the levels can get pulled in my self-esteem quite easily. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, people say to me sometimes, oh, Sean, you're really strong, like you're strong-minded, and I'm like, you went through all this 15 years for something you never done, and then you came, and I'm like, but I don't feel that. Inside, I don't feel that. Like, I understand the concept. If I seen somebody else telling me that, I'd be like, wow, man, that's fucking thingy. I don't feel that. It's not inner confidence. No, I can feel a burden and all that at times and all that. I'm mad. Like, I was with 5-0 yesterday, right? And we were just doing a podcast in his house, and he's like, do you want to come to Govan? Because 5-0 usually picks me up. So I was like, I mate, in the bar, like fucking, he was doing his shit in his house and that. So I was like, I'm like, Wayne, mate, honestly, right? I'm like that. Because I think people, until they get to know me, I think they must be like, what the fuck's this guy? Like I'm like a big child. So I'm like to him, how do I get to Govan? He's like, obviously, he kind of knows me now, right? But he's like, just fucking get a train at Queen Street and then get the underground. I was like, right, how much is it? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I'm not Scott Wheel. I'm like, right, okay. And I'm like, so did I just walk? Did I get to Govan and then what did I do? And he's like, fucking walk to my house. Do you know what I mean? But I'm knowing in my head, right? I'm going, so see, yesterday I ended up doing it, walking off through Govan and got up to his gaff, and he's like, just probably normal, right? Just pure. So how did you find that all right? It was a bit of a mission for you. I was like, it's the longest I've ever travelled. I was about 16 myself. Really? Like, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then so you were 16. Like obviously my missus is really, and I've got a lot of people in my life who will give me lifts and whatever, right? And I'm lucky, very lucky with the support I've got, Sean, right? But I did realise, like, there is the things where that's weird with me, do you know what I mean? And that's
Aye. But did you just get loads of anxiety if you're like, oh, I can't get there, so how do I get there? Is that what you were thinking?
I get anxiety, right? And then I don't have confidence that I'm going to be able to do it. Like, I was only, I know it's fucking turning this into a podcast with me here.
Why, bro? It's your podcast, mate. I'll talk to you all day.
But I was on the train and I was talking to 5-0, right? I was talking to him about something on the phone and I missed my stop. I was drunk. It was like nothing, sober, stone cold sober, right? And I just like looked out the window and just started driving away and I was like, fucking hell. Now I done this, so it was the day of Gig in the Green.
Aye.
So I'm like, shit, I missed the Croy and my dad's there to pick me up, right? So I'm phoning my dad, I'm like, Dad, I'm going to Alloa here. He's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, man, I don't know. I says, I've missed the stop. So on my way up into Alloa, fucking then I'm like on the phone to people, how do I get back? And they were like, my brother's like, probably just get the train for the other side back to Croy. And I'm like, oh, aye, right, okay. And then, you know that way, I'm like, I pure like need.
I mean, it's because you're like,
mad.
you're just freaking out, thinking you're panicking, you're late, you're not going to make it.
I think I'm like, there's a part of me institutionalised, you know what I mean? Because you do that long.
Aye.
And it's obviously, I've only been at 5 years. It's still, I know 5 years is a long time, but it's no.
No,
I'm
is it
still
fuck,
learning
mate?
a lot. You know what I mean? And I've not worked on myself fully, but.
Mate, your nervous system mustn't even be fucking back yet.
No, it definitely isn't.
No.
You know what I mean?
Do you think it'll
Definitely
ever
isn't.
go away?
No. Just because of the I think it's because of the kind of restrictions in that on my life and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And I think no, I don't think you'll ever go back. I think you can only learn to deal with it and learn to accept a lot of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I do believe you could, if you were strong enough, you could get to a point where I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But I think if I was maybe flung out like myself and I've had a support network, I'd maybe need to work round about it. Do you know what I mean? But I think that's why the Miscarriage of Justice organisation works so well. It's like a family down there because everybody's the same. Like everybody's kind of like, I don't mean everybody because there's people a bit that everybody's like a big bait. They're like Wayne's like people. Miscarriage of Justice victims are. I don't know. Like it damages. Like, you know yourself. Like genuinely, PTSD damages your brain. Do you know what I mean? Like,
aye.
if you're living that for like 15, 20 years every single day and you're living that trauma and you're not being yourself and you're in an environment that's harsh, it probably does damage your brain a lot. Do you know what I mean? And like rewires a lot of circuits and stuff that you probably. I'm not saying you can't fix it, but. It'd take a lot of work.
No, it's like,
I jumped in straight away, 2 ways, fucking like, do you know what I mean? So it's like I've not got the time to. I'm not that I've got the time.
No, mate, you've got fucking like priorities.
I know
what you're meaning.
I know, but I do hundreds of shit. Like I do, but I do a lot of good stuff. Like I've got hundreds of good stuff going on. Do you know what I mean? Like there's loads. I've got my podcast. I've got my job. I've got. Like a lot of social media stuff I do, do you know what I mean? So it's like I do a lot, do you know what I mean? And I'm doing all right, do you know what I mean? But I know like it's weird, it's a weird one. It's like fucking I'm a little big Wayne at times, do you know what I mean? Like,
you need to fix it.
I do need to fix it, I do. But I don't know if that is just me, I know.
No, but you're gonna you'll be fine. What's the worst that happens? Oh no, you're 5 minutes or 10 minutes late to something.
I know.
Who gives a fuck?
I know.
And if you miss it, you miss it. Oh well, like
I know you
take
can't
the
do
beating
that.
of going, I missed it.
No, I know, definitely. I think it's well, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's
all anxiety, mate. It's just anxiety.
It's anxiety and fear. You know what I mean? They're terrible. But I've managed to deal with it to a degree. But anyway, back to you, right?
You get back to it. We're human. You're fine.
We'll get there. But right, back to yourself. So, because I know, like, there's obviously hard times in your life where you have had like attempts on your life, right? And what was that? Would you put that purely down to like the drink and depression, or would you?
Mate, a lot of stuff like I'd basically, mate. All that had like all accumulated up of like trauma, and obviously I'd not dealt with it, mate. Like I should have been in therapy since the fucking day I got taken into care. Like I do believe that it should be a requirement. Like if you're a foster child, there should be like you should have some form of therapy because alone getting taken off, like I said, to your parents is extremely traumatic.
Totally.
Never mind everything else that I went through. So like I had to deal with that every day.
Aye.
Like my PTSD, I heard screams every day.
Aye.
My brain got damaged for it. Do you know what I mean? And there was nothing. Like,
Aye.
there was nothing. No way in that support. But my attempt, like, I'd always kind of, it's weird to say, I'd always dabbled with suicide, but
I know what you mean, ideology.
I mean, I just don't remember a time in my head where I was like, oh, I want to live.
Aye.
For a long time, mate. And I'd basically, I just kind of was like with a lassie for like one period of time, and I'd fought like, that was it. And like, love to me is quite like, mate, I'm a foster child, mate, so it's like a nightmare. Like, love's everything to me. And like, if I give you my heart and stuff, like, it's fucking like, that's it. Like, you have me. Like, I'm not going anywhere. And so, and obviously I was dealing with all, like, being an alcoholic and doing all that stuff, mate, and obviously lying to her about the volumes of alcohol and stuff. And like, I thought like that was us going to kind of marry kids or whatever. We were like, do you know what I mean? Like, we were planning that, and it was like going that way. And then it just one day was like away, and it just kind of spiraled, mate, in my brain. I was just, mate, everything just had flooded. Like, I'm talking about everything I'd went through, every experience, every fucking bit of trauma. And because of the knife thing, like, when my brother stabbed me, and I've obviously got a knife wound through my hand and stuff. So, like, I was playing with knives, like, obviously thinking about, like, slitting my throat and my wrists. And I'd ordered pills. And I don't know, mate, I just kind of looked at my belt, and I was like, I'm going. That's me. I'm going down to the tree. And I'd posted a picture on Instagram of Spider-Man hanging from his own web. Hi, mate. What a cry for help. Here, guys, I'm a virgin. But I'd posted it, mate, and I was just like, goodbye. And I'd walked down, mate, and I'd went into I'd picked the place because a doctor had killed his cell there. And I was like, in my rational brain, I was going, well, if a doctor's done it, then it's definitely a good spot. Do you know what I mean? But that guy knows his shit. He's a doctor, and he managed to kill himself down there. So that'll be a good spot for me to go down. And I'd went, mate, and like, that's the thing. Like, people think you kind of just go there and like you go up to the tree. No, mate. Like, I'm sitting there for a long time, mate.
I know.
And I'm hearing the phone going. I'm hearing people phone me. I'm hearing the police phone me.
People wanting. Like,
I know people wanting me to be alive.
But
I just don't want to. And I'm seeing that for a while, and probably didn't help that I had Novo Amor on as well. It's like a Welsh band that are really sad music. And I just kind of, mate, I went up to the tree, and I'd wrapped a belt around the tree and wrapped through my neck, and I was just hanging, mate. And obviously, mate, and I didn't struggle. Like, I didn't want to live, mate. I was wanting to die, mate. I didn't do the whole, I just let myself hang, mate. And then mate, the branch just fucking, like, I say my stand-up.
Doesn't he have time, isn't it, no?
I say my stand-up 30 seconds, but it's definitely wasn't 30 seconds, mate. You know, time means nothing when you're in that fucking scenario, but it felt like that, mate. It felt for so long, but it snapped, mate. It just fucking snapped. And I didn't regret it. I wanted to go back up. I wish I had died, mate. Like that, like at that time, I wish I had died. Like, people always say they regret it. They're like, thank God I'm alive. No, I regret the branch snapping. Like, I wanted to be dead, mate. I was still wanting to die. Like, I was like, why the fuck am I alive? Why? And then I basically, mate, I don't know what forced me out the woods. I couldn't tell you. I just walked out, and obviously had the belt in my horn, and 2 coppers had pulled up. And then, like, walked me back to my house. And then they just left me. And that was, it's so insensitively weird. And it's like, but what are they meant to do?
I know.
What are they meant to do?
I know.
They're distraught. They can't believe you're there. They were expecting to find a boy hanging.
I know.
They poor fellas. And then, mate, and basically, the comic in me, mate, I obviously went to a gig the next night. Like, I went to stand. I just love stand-up, mate. I feel like great about it because I do. I love stand-up.
But you can see that, and do you know what? It's such a, it's a powerful story, because, like, I know, I know a woman whose son passed away and her life's devoted to kind of helping people. I actually know two women, well, but I know one quite well, and she's her name's Linda. She's got a charity called Tony's Safe Place, which does a lot of good work with people that are suicide, and she unfortunately lost her son to suicide, and she does some amazing work in Cumbernauld, and she's just such a strong woman, but it affects so much of your family, because I know that boy was so well liked. I've genuinely never heard a bad word about wee Tony. Probably you might know Tony Rice,
right.
but it was fake Cabrain. But I've never heard anybody say anything bad about him, like not genuinely. So I don't know.
That poor fella.
I know, and listen, I know other people. Like I was in the jail with people, like, and there was a guy, right, I knew, who was like in the jail. He was a fucking machine, like like an absolute, like, I loved that. I actually pure loved him, right? He was a great guy. We used to sit and play chess and that, and this boy was a boxer and stuff like that, right? So he was a boxer, and he was like very well known out in the way and stuff like that, and like in the jail, he was just like a machine. He could fight like fuck. He was like your typical hard man, know what I mean? But he was very respectful. He spoke like it was like weird. He I think he committed suicide. You know what I mean? And I go like, where did that come from? Like that's when I never knew it. And then I know another boy that was kind of like a really well known hard man that got out, killed himself and all.
Aye.
And you go like that, like, what is it? Because you can't live in like light. I don't know. I can't even, because you would
It's
never
all,
pick these people. So I don't. There's no rhyme or rhythm to it. I don't think.
Mate, I can't even explain to people what it is. It's just because it's like I'm in the other end now, mate. So like I'm happy. I'm obviously still working on myself always, mate, and
Of course.
try to know relapse that way.
Like dwell and stuff.
Aye,
and that,
but like nothing, mate. Nothing could have pulled me away. I'm telling you.
Was the attempts? I mean, we'll just leave it at that. But was the
Aye,
attempts
top,
kind of like quickly after each other, like the three attempts? Did you kind of?
Well, it was like the suicidal ideation, like the thoughts and stuff, and like the knife and like the pills and stuff. Like, and then it was just like maybe like the matter of a day later, then straight to the tree. But like then I got shipped to like the NHS, and it was weird because like they just couldn't do anything for me, mate.
Were they sectioned? To be sectioned?
No,
no,
mate, I didn't get that. I know, I can't believe fucking, because it's like you'll lie, mate. You'll lie, obviously. I'll be like, nah, I'm not going to do it again, blatantly knowing that I want to
of course
do it. But it's like then I got, mate, like I went, like you were talking about, like that charity. I had to go to a charity. Like I got sent to a charity, mate, and I got sent to Chris's house.
that's the other woman that I don't know her, but I know she does fantastic work.
Mate, it's
Anne, like, so big shout out to Chris's house.
Oh, mate, it's
that's why I hated that wee prick Kaz Mulligan so much, because he fucking stole that money off Shieldsy for Chris's house.
Was that for it? I didn't even know that. I hate Kaz Mulligan even more.
No, that's like that's what annoyed me fucking with Kaz Mulligan. Do you know what I mean?
But mate, I went there and like in therapy, you need to meet the right therapist, right? And when I tell you this woman is like saved my life, mate, like she did.
You can't. You know, I've heard that so many times for Chris's house. I actually know my first guest, Andy McLaren, is Chris's house and all.
Oh, mate.
Weird. It's but listen, these charities are very undervalued, and they're very undervalued because they need to go and get their own fucking funding
all the time, mate.
And it's mad, like, because they should be funded, like the government should be funding places like this. Do you know what I mean? Because they're so the lives that they save is unbelievable. Because just even going in and being able to speak to somebody and having that experience of somebody that knows about suicidal ideology, ideation, and planning, and all, people don't understand that a suicidal mind, how bad
fragile it is, mate.
I've had it right. I wouldn't claim to see, but I certainly was in prison at a point after I lost my appeal where I was like, I don't care if I don't wake up tomorrow. You know what I mean? I don't care if I don't wake up tomorrow. There was a time period where maybe a couple of years, I was probably like just like I was never tried it or anything, but there was times where I was like probably taking more drugs than I should have been and stuff like that. And I was going, I don't care if I like don't die on these. Do you know what I
Aye.
mean? If I take like fucking 20 Valium and all that, do you know what I mean? And
I mean,
things
you must
like
have been
that, do you know
so
what I mean?
depressed in there.
It was weird. It's hard to explain it, man. It's a weird place. I mean, obviously I wrote my book. That was like authenticity and chaos was all about that. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people thought it was going about my case. I think they were a bit gutted when they bought it. But that was about my experiences in prison. I try to talk, just to try to lay out my mental health and how that was my experience in prison.
Aye.
But so kind of moving on right to more positive stuff, right?
Aye.
So how do you think then that the comedy, like, how do you think that helps in the process of?
Well, it's weird because it's as if like, well, when I'm going on stage, right, like, so that story I told about my brother with the knife and stuff, like, it's so therapeutic
Aye.
because I don't feel alone anymore.
Yeah.
Like, other people are hearing it and they're not making me feel bad and weird.
Aye.
You know what I mean? I don't feel like ashamed of it.
Do you ever get anybody that tries to go, oh, you shouldn't be saying that? Or, like, and I know you don't care, but.
No,
like,
and if I did, I would go,
comment.
that's totally on you, mate, and I'm sorry you feel that way, and whatever this is bringing out to you emotionally, I hope you can deal with it, but also go fuck yourself, because it's my story and my stuff, and I'm telling it, and if I... Mate, it's like the main thing about these mental health things, it's the first thing they fucking say, talk. So if somebody tells me to shut up, I'm going to talk all fucking day, mate. I'm going to tell them to go fuck yourself. So I don't care. But it's helped me just kind of... Because it's like the comedians as well, the people I've met and stuff, like I've just kind of found to become myself, and like you find all these other people, you go, I did kind of feel like the weirdo at school, and then you go, well, they felt like that too, and we don't feel weird together. Like we just kind of, it's like a wee tribe at times. And
obviously Paul and all that and all, like Paul's a great friend. You know
oh,
what I mean?
amazing.
Like, he's like, he's got such a kind, generous heart. And obviously, so you've fell into a good support network, do you know what I mean? Which is brilliant, because you've done so much work on yourself. You have went and used services that are going to get you better, and then you've managed to come out. And I think it's just testing it yourself, man. Like how brave that journey's been, and where you are now.
Yeah. Well, I just want to make it clear to like any cunt that's fey, like that's more Scottish thing I've ever started with, but but like any cunt that's fey, like they places, like I'm talking about like from utter poverty, being in those like domestic violence households, I've been sexually abused. Like I've been sexually abused and stuff by family members and like other people and stuff and that. Foster children, people that have got like depression and all these all these complex issues. Like I'm just like, I feel so, because like with my stand up, mate, I've been able to like talk about them, talk about like these things, and like there's a thing where like a famous comic he goes like, keep your jokey jokes, I want to be remembered. And like I am in a way. Like I love jokey jokes, mate, and I'm telling jokey jokes like within these stories, but like I'm being remembered in a different way, and I can feel it, mate, in a room, and I can feel it when people come up to me. Because like before, when people come up to me like, oh, you were a bit dark there, mate, and because it was being Frankie Boyle, whereas now I'm being myself, and I'm talking about stuff that means to me, and it's meaningful, and it's I got a bit more of a backing and a purpose, mate. So people come up to me all the time, mate, like after sets, and they're talking about Chris's house, and they're talking about like how I talk about the care system. I'm not a victim. I talk about how great it is. Like I know I've kind of shouted on it a wee bit, but it is, mate. Like that system gave me a mum and dad. So,
do you know what I think? You're able to be grateful for things.
mate, I'm trying.
So that's amazing. Like, see, like gratitude is such a good tool. It's so powerful, because if you can eliminate the dark, because see, to be honest, Sean, I hate that fucking system. I do. Like, I hate that whole. I know too many people that went through that care system and all that and had a fucking cunt of a time.
Mate, I'm fully aware. I'm quite literally a 0.1%. Like, and because I've been to like places like Who Cares Scotland. Them that it's listening should donate to them. They'll try to raise £15,000 for Christmas to help kids during that period of time. But,
is that Who Cares
Scotland, mate? And like I went to all the things that we get, and like I seen the same pain all these foster kids had as I did. But I know for a fact they're not alive or in like a better situation. Like, mate, I'm still as poor as I was, but I'm no poor in life. Like, do you know what I
you
mean by that? Like, my bank balance is poor, but not in life. Like, my
You've got
life's...
relational wealth.
Aye, mate, and that's all that matters to me, because I can live. Like, do you know, I can live.
Aye.
So...
I know, and that, it makes so much sense.
And I wish that for all them, mate. Like, I hope with my career, like, when I
You can
get to
inspire
have
that.
millions, I can put money back into these
will.
people and these systems and help them.
Richie Rich.
Richie Rich, mate. Macaulay Culkin.
You will, mate. Do you know, it's but again, listen, it's like there is, you could look at both of us and look and go, probably we shouldn't be here.
Definitely
We're
not.
doing this podcast.
Aye.
You probably shouldn't be talking about this stuff
No.
and being able to talk about it. And I know you've got a wee bit, but that emotion, it just shows that you're human. Do you know
Mate,
what I mean?
Aye.
And it shows that you've got feelings.
Mate,
now
it's
against
love.
stuff.
It's all just love.
Of
That's
course.
all it is, mate.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty of these podcasts is sometimes like you shouldn't be here. You know what I mean?
Aye.
But in being here, it shows that for other people that are maybe struggling, that you can beat whatever it is you're going through.
Aye.
And even if you've got, like, because obviously you smoke weed,
Yep.
like I can take, like, I'm no in recovery or anything. Like, I mean, it's like, so there's it's like you don't need, like, you don't need to be in these places to get better.
No, like,
know what I
I'm
mean?
not in AA. Like, I've never done that. So, and it's because I don't feel comfortable with it.
Aye.
Like, I feel comfortable in my sobriety and within myself and the work I did with my therapist. So, like, there's different metrics. And like you're saying, anybody that's listening, mate, like, your life was a mess and so was, like, mine. And look at us, mate. Like, we've actually sat across and we've been able to meet each other.
I know.
Like, life's immense. Like, for anybody that's listening in any of these, any troubles or any situation, like, man, it will be all right, man. It's going to.
I know. And you have to try. It's like, I've got a few pals that I speak to, and even people that I don't know that I really care for, that I speak to maybe just online and stuff like that. And like a few lassie pals I've got and stuff like that when we went through a lot of stuff, and my heart's so hangy towards them. Do you know what I mean? I care so much for them, and just hope like they get better. And then I've got the guy pals that will maybe tell me, and then you get people like randomly telling you the first that I've never told them this, but I'm going to tell you this. And it's maybe just because it's the podcast, but I'd love to be able to do more. I can't. It's like it's hard because
it is like with a podcast. It's like I know I said, like, don't hold comedians to like a higher standard, but there's like that there. Like, you do have a power. Like, you have a power way of, like, it's like why I'm so annoyed and why I didn't want to do a podcast for a long time and how I hated my old self in podcasts because of like that way of like what they've done like to the world and society. I'm going like, we might have a good impact and a sillier impact, but you're actually like fucking world. And it's like the impact that we have for like being able to do these with like the mics and like the power thing. It's such a beautiful thing that we can do. It's something you don't want to ever manipulate. You know what I mean?
Definitely, and I think I've really tried to stay as grounded as I possibly can.
I've seen you lecture around the guests and people. You're a really good dude.
No, thanks, sure, I appreciate that, and I really do. And I do try and stay grounded. I don't think that I'm fucking famous because I've got a podcast. Genuinely, it's no. I never started out that for that. No, I'd be a lying bastard if I did say I hope my podcast is one day a really successful podcast.
You're gonna do it,
and this would be a
otherwise.
job. I fucking love it. And I've put a lot of hard work into it, and it takes up a lot of my time, do you know what I mean? But I've had really lucky to meet people like yourself and Paul and all that have really helped me, do you know what I mean, through the way. So, and my cousin Carrie and other people that have helped through the way, I've been very lucky, do you know what I mean? And it's no... I don't know. It's hard to get, because you get people in life that just help you and they don't want nothing. I've got a pal that helped me with this, and I love him so much. But it's like he helped me start it off, and doesn't want anything back for it. And I think that's because people see that you genuinely want to highlight issues that that you see as a problem.
You're killing, you're not monetising.
Totally. Like I tell people that all the time. I'm doing money. Like, I'm
Aye,
fucking doing money. Fucking hell. Like,
for a long time you will be.
And all the software and all that, Opus and all this. I know you hate Opus, but Opus. But that's like 50 quid a fucking month. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got like other things on top of that. Like it's not your train fares in and out and all that. It costs a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? It's no. I think people think that they watch you on there and they go, it's 6,000 subscribers and hitting 1 million views, and you're like, a million views, you'd fucking get about 300 quid. You know what I mean? Like, literally, you know what I mean? Like, it's
what's
not,
that
it's
doing
not a lot.
days?
You know what I mean?
You've got kids, for fuck's sake.
And that's I've had 1 million. It took me 2 years to get 1 million views. Do you know what I mean? So it's
congrats
like,
on that.
I mean, it's good. 1 million views is good. I'm not going to fucking
especially
lie,
when it's like, what is the population here? Like, we're 5 million.
I know.
Like, that's like you've got about a fifth of the population that's seen it.
Do you know it's that way when you get you get recognised a wee bit more now. Not a lot. I mean, like when you like, I think probably the most recognisable person I know is like see when you're what, about 5 on. I've 5 like, it's just everybody. Like, I think walking about with him's funny, but and even I've walked about the tune with some kind of like big actors and do you know what I mean? And I've been lucky just to meet a lot of people through my podcast. But people do come and tell you. I mean, I was sitting in George Square one of the times. It was before I was doing a podcast, and a boy came up. He was just out of Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
It was dead weird because he was just come up and he was like, "All right, Sean." I was like, "All right, mate." And I didn't. I was going. I'm like, "Damn, know him for the jail." He's talking away to me, and he's telling me, "I'm just literally out of Berlin at the new like."
What?
It was like, I think it was maybe like an 11 o'clock one, and I'm just sitting on the stairs and I was eating something, and he's just obviously talking about me. I mean, I don't know if the boy watches the podcast or whatever, but he did watch it. But he was like, I've watched a podcast, and he was only, I think it was a short sentence. He said, I love all the stuff you do, and it gives us a voice, and you help us and stuff, like gives us a voice, and which like I was like, that's what I started today. Do you know what I mean?
It keeps you going a bit longer, I think. If somebody does that, because you go, oh, good, like, aye.
Plus, he got a tenner out of me, I know, so it was like,
did he?
I never had, but I think it was one of you and you thought about it.
Berlin, the criminals never away.
You've got a fucking brilliant podcast not here, you got a tenner, haven't you?
No way, that's brilliant.
No, I asked for a couple of quid, and I was just like, I'll give a tenner, but
then that just proves again the good guy you're like, I don't have that, I don't even have that to spare, but here you go, bro.
I know, I know, I'm not poor, but I mean, you've not got certainly no tenors and 50 quids and all that to fling about, like, do you know what I mean, and things like that. But
in modernity, a tenor's everything.
Definitely. Listen, see the cost of living now, man. Fucking hell.
Dog,
like,
2 rolls, like 8 quid.
I know.
I'm like, what?
I know. What was it? We met at McDonald's the other week, and it was like, I don't even know what it was. It was like fucking 7-8 quid for a Big Mac meal.
Crazy.
Know what I mean?
Aye.
I used to get them for like 2 quid. No, that
well, actually, mate,
do you know what I mean?
We've been fucked up out here, by the way. All that shit's wild, man.
I know.
I was like, I'm poor, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, I shouldn't be this poor.
I know.
Like, I just shouldn't be.
I know, Enrique. That's a whole that's my gig into it. Like as Mary said, but no, I know it's the money inequality is not great, but listen, if I missed anything that you want to talk about, like, and that you would like to kind of like talk about, like, because obviously I'd like to even make. Well, we've not got long, but what's that your kind of probably like your biggest highlight in comedy?
Oh, mate, this year's been crazy. Like, legit, mate. Just I mean, I've been up and down London and all that. Like, I'm a wee guy for fucking air train. I've been up like fucking down London gigging and all that. And mate, like, I opened for up for Daniel Sloss, who's like, mate, he's like an international megastar. Like, he's one of the biggest comics on the planet. And mate, I was literally in a gym in Airdrie, and I just got an email, mate, through just going, what you doing this day for like one of the biggest agents on the planet. Like, this woman managed Elton John and all that stuff, mate, and messaged me going, like, just an email saying, can you open for Daniel Sloss, mate? And 1,300 people, mate, in a theatre. Like, just, mate, like, it's everything I ever dreamed in. I just couldn't believe it. Like, I just had all these quite euphoric feelings, mate, because I was there with like, my girlfriend and stuff, mate, and like, obviously it's everything, mate, and that's her favourite comic, mate, like, of all time. So it's like, aye, mate, and then,
see, that's a lot of attraction gotten into it. You're riding it, man. You're riding a lot of attraction, man.
And like I met her through stand up as well. I'm like I love stand up so much. I fell in love with somebody who is who is a comic and loves stand up. So she's a comic too. Mate. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
where can you find her? Is she on Facebook? No,
she on Instagram and all that. Aye. But I like having all that, mate, and I just had all these quite weird feelings. Like going like, what the fuck, man? Like you get that wee image in your head of being the wee Wayne again, like just tucked in the wee room in Millcroft, terrified. There are bars of heroin around me. I'm just like, and now look at me. Like there's no bars of heroin. There's people.
I know.
Like watching me and laughing, and it meant more to me as well, mate, because I got to do. Mate, I was the only guy for the country to get to the final. One of the biggest competitions in the UK in stand up.
Class, man.
During the Fringe, and like they two things like came for like me just talking about like my mum and dad and like the stories I've told you.
Aye.
And like care and depression and stuff. So it was like it was meaningful. I wasn't just like a wee Scotty McScotty comic.
You're telling a story.
Like I'm telling stories about me. Like I'm actually different. Like I felt it, and like the fact I got to go represent my country. Like mate, it was fucking mind blowing. And
it would be. I genuinely believe that's why Ricky Gervais is so good. I think it's because he tells stories. And I don't know, Dave Chappelle might be the same actually.
Is
that maybe something that I like then?
Like a storyteller.
Do you know what I mean? Like
well, you love stories. You're a writer.
Aye. No. I maybe it is that then. Because I'm just thinking, and it's always I like when it's got a backing, like a meaning. Because I do like Kevin Bridges. I know. Do you know what I mean? Like Kevin Bridges.
Well, I'm the same, mate. I love like the silliest of people. Like I'm Mr. Stand-up comic, so like I might just be in that phase of my career where I want to write like that.
Aye.
But like I love Lee Evans, mate. Like Lee Evans is the reason I started stand-up.
Lee Evans is he the kind of skinny guy that kind of was like a bit mental?
Essex boy, who wanted sweating on stage all the time.
He was good. He was funny.
Amazing.
Was funny.
And but those were like major, mate, because like mate, I've poured everything into this. Like I tell people, I pay to gig. I bankrupt myself every time to go gig to just chase it, and like to get there to kind of moments of like recognition, like being the only Scottish guy, like having to go represent my homies. Do you know what I mean? My other Scottish comics, and then getting to open up for one of the biggest comics like to have ever lived. You know what I mean? It's like it's fucking, mate. It's just surreal.
It's that way. You're coming up, aren't you? It's like you're coming up, and it's. I don't think anything's going to stop you, Sean. So it's like it's there for you. Do you know what I mean? I don't really doubt it for you. Do you know what I mean? I think like you're going to do big things, and when you've got that self belief in yourself, it comes anyway. You know what I mean? It's like it's just all like coming. But so see, just as we're coming to ending, because I don't want to kind of miss it out. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, where can we find you? Where can we find your stuff?
I'm Sean Chalmers Comedy on basically everything. I have a website as well. It's Sean Chalmers Comedy. But I'm doing a show. My first, I'm debuting my work in progress for my first kind of hour.
Right.
During the Glasgow Comedy Festival. It'll be on my website soon. So if you check that out, it'll be there.
I will put a link on the podcast so people can go and have a wee check it out. And
check out the Files podcast with Sean and Lewis.
Aye.
Mate, every week, just out podcast, me and Lewis riffing away.
Aye.
It's a lot less depressing than I have been today.
No, listen, I thought it's been.
No, it's not that. That's just the comment coming in, mate, and the what you call it? Now we were talking about the insecure person I'm in, you know, being confident because I've obviously been overly emotional. But I had to, mate. Like I've loved doing this because that's who I am. Like I'm quite a deep guy, so like I like just talking like that.
No. I think comics, like any ones I've kind of met, are usually deep anyway.
Very deep, mate. You know what I mean? Everyone is.
And even because like everyone, like amazed people have got like a mad crazy backstory. You know what I mean? Like,
well, every green room, it's like you'll hear the most horrific story ever, or you hear the most deepest thing ever. That's what you're getting in the green room. Like, it's always amazing, mate. It's like that's like. I
can imagine, man.
It's your locker room, mate. It's fucking dynamite.
I can imagine. It's like you dream of these things, didn't you? And then it's coming true now, and you're still 29, young, Sean. You're still.
It's that weird thing of like now you're talking about like you like you're quite into like manifesting and stuff, mate. See for like that competition, mate, every day I just put in my phone like as my wallpaper, like I'm going to win the final, so I think you're funny.
Aye.
And, like it got me to the final.
I know.
Like it helped my mindset of going, that's all I'm doing. Because I woke up every day, first thing I looked at my phone. All right, you better go right, better go gig.
See if you've got the discipline for to do the law of attraction the right way. I mean, I think people think they can read The Secret and then it's just going to.
It happens. No.
There's a lot of work, and
a lot.
I hate myself for not doing it right. But I remember parts of my life when I had it, like when I was in that, and it was like floating through life. It was I can't explain it. It's like there's nothing bothers you. You know what I mean? It's like you're just above everything. It's like you're above normal
bullshit. You're just above bullshit. That's what it tends to feel like. You've not got any time for any drama, arguments, bullshit. You go, no, I'm good.
I know, man. Brilliant. But so no, honestly, Sean, so just I'll let you finish up. Just we kind of as we always kind of do is just you can give a final message to maybe anybody that's watching this. It's maybe had similar experiences to you. Maybe similar experiences like that we've spoke about, and maybe how you would say, what would you say they maybe drag them out?
Time. Just give yourself time. You're gonna be alright. Like it's just so much work and you need to do it. But just please be selfish, like for yourself. You need to, and I don't know, that's just what I did. I just had to be selfish for a long time and really. And you can't lie. Don't lie to Andy or yourself. No, you know what you need to do. You know what's wrong. Like try and just really remove that ego and really go. I don't know. That's difficult to give you one wee bit of advice, but it is. It's just working yourself, and you've got this. Like you don't need to be that harsh. Like you're allowed to be having these feelings. Just push through, man. Keep going. Like I survived, man, and I regretted for a long time being alive. And now I'm alive and I can't, like, I didn't even tell you, like, this. I went back to that forest, basically. And when I came out, like, I took my dog, I walked them, and I came out it, and then it was the first time in my life I was like, life's amazing, I'm happy, like, I'm alive. And, like, you'll get to have that feeling one day, and it's the best feeling, mate. I can't believe what I get to, like, wake up next to my girlfriend, and I get to be, like, in love all day. Like, and I get to go out and do stand-up, I get to be happy, I get to talk to people like you. Like, and that's because I'm alive, and I've worked. And it's just all that I love and like try to be human.
No, 100%, honestly, brilliant. Listen, Sean, it's a fascinating story and testament yourself, and I can't wait to get VIP tickets for the Hydro.
You'll be getting them, dog, don't worry. Love you bits, mate.
Same with you, brother.
I'll see you a bit.